another edition of the Maglite Podcast, and we're joined by Bryan Alvarez. Bryan, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Fine, thank you. Tell me about yourself. You're a DIY guy. You've sort of grown a following of thousands just doing stuff on YouTube, showing people how to do things.
Yeah, I like to fix things around the house and do projects on my house. And just during COVID, everything got kind of slow. So I just picked up a camera and started recording and putting little videos on YouTube, and it's just started to pick up lately.
You had one particular video. I'm trying to find it in real time that had like 20,000 views. And it was like you were trying to you were showing like what's the best way to like cover a surface
Uh-huh.
and keep it from being damaged. Which I thought, wow, who
Oh,
knew that many people? But I guess that's something people want to know. Like right behind me, I've got that little bar cabinet thing. The
uh-huh.
paint's flaking along the front because it gets wet sometimes. Things get spilled on it.
Yep.
So, those kinds of DIY things, I don't have that gift. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, my wife in my house is the fix it person.
Yeah.
If something breaks, she's like, "Oh no, no, don't touch it. You'll make it worse. Stay away."
Yeah.
So not a gift that I have. So I really appreciate people like you that go and show us how to do things. Um, what is it that you like most about doing your YouTube stuff? Is it just helping people out?
Yeah. I like helping people out. I like being able to just do things at home and kind of involve my kids with it. A lot of the projects and stuff are in my house. So
I
I'm
see the high chair, by the way. Do you already
yeah,
have the high chair person working?
not yet, not yet.
Start them early.
The other two are. I've got a producer and a videographer already, so we'll see what she
Oh,
does.
fantastic. Now, how long has this journey been going on? A couple of years?
Yeah, I started around 2020, like March or April 2020. Just sitting at home, and I realized how much YouTube my kids watch. And then anytime I have something that I need to figure out, my first thought is like find a YouTube video, figure out how to do it. And so that's where it all started.
By the way, YouTube is now the second most used search engine in the world, which is kind of fascinating. People don't want to read anything anymore.
Yeah.
They want to watch it. It's much easier, easier on the eyes than reading. All right, what would you say your main area of expertise in is? Hey, are you a contractor or something in real life,
I am,
not
yeah.
YouTube life?
Yeah. We me and my father-in-law, we run a painting and maintenance business, and we specialize in multifamily. So we work with a lot of apartment complexes, bigger properties like that, and upgrading their units, getting them ready for move-in and things like that.
Wow, that's a kind of constant stream of work. That must be nice. It's one of the things that contractors struggle with. What part of the country are you in?
We're in Oklahoma, so we're in northeastern Oklahoma.
You get snow and ice and bad winters.
We do. We get snow, and then the next day it's 80 degrees. Yesterday we had tornado weather, and today it's like 80 degrees outside and beautiful.
Well, that's one of the things about being a contractor is when the weather gets rough, if you're like just a home builder or something, the work just dries up. But you're lucky, man. If you've got an ongoing stream of indoor apartment stuff that you're doing, you get to work all year long. When were
Yeah.
you first introduced to Maglite? Do you remember?
So we've always had, as far as I can remember, a mag light hanging around the shop. My father-in-law uses them he does HVAC, so he's in attics and things like that. So he always has one. We have one in the house that we just keep around for if the power goes out and things like that.
So you remember like if you look over my left shoulder there,
Uh-huh.
you remember that size Maglite, that
The bigger
kind of
one.
the 4D cell sort of bigger. Yeah, because that's what's over my shoulder over there. And of course,
That, that's what we have right now. My father-in-law has a red one in his living room. I have the new one that they sent me a couple months ago, and then I have an older one in my shop just sitting.
and of course, people may not necessarily know, but like this is the Mag Tac 2, one of the latest Maglites. It's really designed for tactical use. And we have a lot of Maglites that are like this size or smaller, but still powerful light, so that you can put it in a pocket, you
Right.
can hook it on a keychain, put it in your cargo pants, so that if you're working and you're a working man, you need a quick source of light. It's right there, and you don't have to carry something that big.
Yeah.
Although I do love the old school Maglites and the ML300L 4D, for example, which it's 4D cell batteries, and it's going to last a really long time, up to 2 weeks, on one set of batteries if you use it in eco mode, which by the way is 60 lumens. And then of course you've got rechargeables like this. Always nice to have one of those around that's just always charging as well. What do you like about Maglites?
I like their durability. They're well made. They're well crafted. We can put them to work and not worry about it breaking. Some of these other flashlights are like plastic, and you drop it and it cracks, and parts of it go flying everywhere. So love the durability. And then lately, with everything going on with like supply chain issues and stuff, we've started to be more conscious of like we need to purchase things made in the US and be more conscious of that is what I've been noticing lately.
We've, of course, we are manufactured. Maglite is manufactured in the USA, all designed and made in that one building in Ontario, California. Unfortunately, there are parts that Maglite can't source in the United States. A couple small things here and there that it just makes it really frustrating because the owner of the company, Anthony Maglica, is fanatical about the need to make things in the United States. And he would absolutely agree with you that supply chain issues are a definite something we've got to fix, because you don't want to be dependent on somebody else I was amazed at how much we're dependent on when COVID hit.
Yeah.
Crazy, wasn't it?
Same here. I was like, lumber prices going everywhere and just everything going crazy. Just it makes you think, once it happens.
So we have a place, podcast viewers and listeners, that you can send questions to Bryan, and we'll bring him back on the show. Podcast@maglite.com. That's the email, podcast@maglite.com. And if you have a DIY question for Bryan, we'll bring him back on the show and we'll ask him. Will you come back again?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to be back whenever you guys can have me.
Tell people where they can find your stuff.
My main channel is on YouTube. It's just called Bryan Built all together. Paint.
Is it an I or Y?
Y. Yes.
Okay. BRYAN Built, BUILT on YouTube.
Correct.
Bryan Built on YouTube. That's where you can find most of his stuff. And can they just scroll through and they'll find all kinds of things that they can fix and change and do at home by themselves?
Yeah, definitely. We've got DIY. We've got things where I just remodeled my home. We've got how-tos. I've got about 200 videos up now. So
wow,
growing the library. Yeah,
man, that is a lot of stuff to go through. Well, Bryan Alvarez with a Y, thank you for being here. Bryan Built is how you find him, and he's a big fan of Maglite, and we're a fan of his. Until next time, everybody, this has been the Maglite Podcast.